But let's talk about the deck build. Um, I think this is going to be more Lord of the Rings style, where we have a deck and we may modify that a little bit based on what we're seeing. We have Nick Fury Senior, Melinda May. I may cut out Melinda May. I'm going to cut out Melinda May. We have Nick Fury Senior. We have Ironheart. We have Professor X. We have Agent Coulson, Monica, Blindfold, Agent 13, and Gambit. So Ronan gets challenging because of fanaticism, you stand accused, universal weapons, and the fact that you're drawing 2 cards and I mean the fact that he's hitting you for like 5. But like other than that, right? He gets really challenging when you draw those fanaticisms, when you get the universal weapon, which gives him stalwart. So if we can get rid of those, that's kind of the game plan, and that's how we're gonna be targeting this. So Blindfold can do that. Blindfold stacks the deck for us, and then Gambit also can steal some of those cards. Gambit's I think Gambit would be great to go ahead and grab a Fanaticism. Universal Weapon would be nice, though it just makes Gambit a 0/0, which is okay. But a Fanaticism is a 2 boost, and so Gambit gets a 2/2, and that's nice. Love Monica Chang. Monica Chang is fantastic. So whenever Monica Chang comes into play, you get to go and find a copy of Surveillance Team and put it into play and add a counter to all the surveillance teams. What's really nice about that is you get another shield support onto the table, which Maria can manipulate those counters. Also, this powers up All Points Bulletin, and All Points Bulletin is going to be our uh, end game condition. We are running Pericles. We could grab Pericles turn 1, but Pericles solves the fanaticism issue as long as we have a chump blocking ally on the table. Because fanaticism gives Ronan piercing and tough. So you need to chump block with a tough status card on your hero in order to not die. So Pericles, you can give yourself a tough status card, and then an ally a tough or something like that if you wanted to. Though if you're using that tough to chump block, it doesn't matter because he has piercing. We got the bell. I swapped out Kree Fanatic. I'm not a fan of the modular set really with Marauders. So I thought that was a fairly decent Dark Matter. Wolf, thank you so very much for the follow. Hope you're doing fantastic. Appreciate it. Nice. Thank you. Um with Marauders, I feel like those are kind of hitting the same vibe of mod set, but I just I don't know. Yeah. I'm The other off aspect that I'm taking is command team. And I think command team here is going to be our Agent 13. Um, we're going to go command team Agent 13 to hit the Iliad multiple times to take out Ronan stage 3. So once we push Ronan to stage 3, it's going to have toughness. We're going to search for superior tactics. And then, oh, wait, actually, you know what? Superior tactics. Oh, this is kind of funny. I don't actually know. It's on this side. Threat cannot be removed from this game while the Power Stone is attached to Ronan. Oh, I'm at a point where this deck build cannot ever get the Power Stone back. Huh. So that's something that I need to be thinking about because I don't actually have any attacks. Huh. Okay, so that definitely needs to be thought about. So if we lose the main, we lose the game. Let's finish the deck build and then let's swap. We got field agents. We got global logistics, which are going to help go find those fanaticisms. Target acquired to proc against the universal weapon. Counterintelligence and spycraft. And then we have a practice plan. All of these are prep cards for Coulson, but really kind of holding off under surveillance for the main, helicarrier, and our doubles. We're running about 45, but we do need some attack cards. Because we have to be able to attack Ronan and deal him 3 damage in order to get the Power Stone back. And I do plan on giving the Power Stone to Ronan fairly quickly, potentially even just taking a hit straight off the bat. It's kind of interesting. Did not think about that. Did not think about that. Hard Call is not an attack. Yeah, I don't think she doesn't have any attacks in her deck. Hmm. So, Sonic Rifle could work. Sonic Rifle. Sonic Rifle, because that gives us the confused as well as just 3 damage. So let's grab one copy of Sonic Rifle. And because we have Pericles and we'll probably be confusing Ronan, um, we will probably keep the Sonic Rifle around for the inevitability of flipping to stage 2 and needing to get the Power Stone back from Ronan. But then we can remove a counter to deal 3 damage to a confused enemy. Nope, this is not an attack either. Ah, no! We could do. Oh, that. I don't love that. That throws a wrench into the plan. We could do turn the tides. Those are okay, but then we're reliant on removing all threat from his scheme, which is not too bad. That's so funny. I did not think about the swift retribution. No, don't want to do swift retribution. We could do scare tactics, deal 3 damage to a confused enemy, which is kind of the same thing as a sonic rifle. The thing I liked about sonic rifle is it's on the table as an upgrade. I don't think that there are any upgrades. Plan B only does 2 damage. Maria's a gangster until it's time to do gangster news. She's the mob boss. Waylay. After your hero thwarts, deal 4 damage to an enemy. I don't. The problem is I don't really. The Nope. The bell is not an attack because it's a support. That makes a lot of sense. I think it's to turn the tide. I don't love it. I honestly like. I think that makes the deck worse and like way less consistent. Is there an upgrade that deals 3 damage? Plasma Pistol only does 2. You could combo with a float like a butterfly, but that's really just not the strategy that we're going for. That takes a little bit more build up. I think it's Turn the Tide. Huh. That's really funny. I didn't think about that. How does Strange get the power? Oh, he has Magic Attack in his deck, but the Crimson Bands is not an attack, so you can't trigger it off of that. But yeah, I think it's Turn the Tide. And Turn the Tide could also help clear out some of those minions. What about like a big attack? Concussive Blow. Concussive Blow could work actually as well. What does our punch resources look like? Global. We have some punch. Oh, and we have a upgrade that generates a wild. I think Concussive Blow could be it. That could confuse Ronan, which would then open up Pericles to give us a tough status card to prepare for the fanaticism, so we don't always have to be stunning or confusing Ronan. Um, ugh. Thanks, I hate it. Yeah, let's do Concussive Blow. We'll probably cut out something in order to make that space back up. And the idea is that we won't, or sure, let's just go ahead and say we won't lose the main. Um, but the idea is that we won't lose the main early, and so if we are built up enough, then we can hit those concussive blows fairly reliably and get that power stone back. Time for a haymaker to shine? Heck yeah. Let's go. With the concussive blows um out there, I think we just let's just run it. We have so many upgrades that let's just see how it goes. Let's just see how it goes. Cuz I think this is going to be one of those games where we bide our time until we wait and we wait until we see what until it's our time to If you don't hit that physical resource kicker, it doesn't do damage. Correct, it does not. Um, if you use a physical resource, deal 3 damage, but we do have a wild resource generator with Maria, which is support staff, and so ideally we should be able to hit it every single time. Yeah. So, okay. So Maria starts with 9 hit points. And then Ronan starts with 18 because Ronan's insane. Yeah. Carry on. We have Interception Imminent. Put the Kree command ship environment into play. And the Milano support into play. Attach the universal weapon of Ronan the Accuser. Attach the Power Stone to the first player. We've got first player action. Exhaust the Milano. Remove 3 threat from the scheme. Starts with 2 and it goes up by 2 every single round, which makes it really tough. Because that means a scheme of, yeah, any scheme just loses us the game. We need to get under surveillance on there pretty quickly. Kree command ship gives us a hazard icon, meaning that we're going to do 1 more encounter card every single round, because that's a fun mechanic. And it's a first player interrupt. When a treachery card is revealed from the encounter deck, we can exhaust a Milano and spend a resource of any type to cancel the when revealed effects. Universal Weapon gives Ronan Stalwart. As a hero action, we can take 2 damage, deal ourselves a face down encounter card to shuffle this into the encounter deck. Yeah. Milano is a wild resource generator. That's the other way that we could actually hit the concussive blow kicker, is we do have the Milano, though I typically am using Milano for Kree command ship. Yep. And then the Power Stone gives me a +1/+1, and then after a hero or villain, it deals 3 or more damage to the attached character with a single attack. Attach the Power Stone to the attacking hero or villain. So that's why those concussive blows are in there, because we need to steal this Power Stone back. Though I would not be super opposed to... Yeah, I wouldn't be super opposed to giving Ronan the Power Stone. Mainly because, like, if we give ourselves a tough, let Ronan attack us, the damage is dealt, he's going to take the Power Stone. But whenever he attacks with a character or activates against a character with the Power Stone, he gets a additional boost card. And I'm thinking that if he's going to scheme, I don't want him scheming with 2 boost cards. Also, once we get rid of Universal Weapon, it just doubles the chances of it coming back. Got 6 cards to start us out. I am not actually sure what our opening strategy is. We could go with the standard Pericles, give ourselves the tough, all of that stuff. We do need to flip up. I think that's kind of that's what we need to do. We could also go with the Iliad. We could go with, let's just see what our opening hand is. We got a Genius, that's huge, a Field Agent, Surveillance Team, Energy, Professor X, and a Counterintelligence. Okay. So we're going to toss the Surveillance Team. We don't need that. Genius, Energy, and these 2 could play a big helicarrier. Where we have 1 card coming back to us. We have the Milano for a resource. What I'm trying to figure out how to do is get both Professor X and one of the helicarriers in play. I think we're gonna toss Counterintelligence and Field Agent, and we have these 3 cards. We're hoping for another double, which is just not a good strategy. But here, oh, we did it! Oh, special funding. Let's go. Field Agent and a strength. Jeez. Okay, we got all of them, didn't we? We got all of the doubles. Let's go ahead and exhaust. We are gonna go ahead and find. I think it's gonna be Pericles here. I think getting Pericles onto the table right now is the right call. Actually, we may not. So if we go Iliad, we can play Professor X. Professor X can confuse Ronan. X can clear here. Iliad can clear here. but we're gonna need Pericles at some point. Pericles helps us for round 2, whereas the Iliad helps us immediately. And I'm thinking that X will thwart here. Milano can take here. Let's go Pericles. Let's go Pericles. Because Pericles is just going to be. We're not going to use it this round, but I guess we could give Professor X a tough status card, but I don't. Yeah. All right. We will flip up. Let's go ahead and take 2 damage. Deal ourselves an encounter card to get Shuffle Universal Weapon back into the deck. I hate Universal Weapon so much. Yeah. That is a hero action, so we do have to do it that way. Ugh. Gross. Honestly, we could stun Ronan. I don't hate that idea. Let's use these 3 doubles to play Pericles. It does come in with a additional counter because we use special funding for it. Pericles we can exhaust to give a hero or villain a tough or a status card, and then a ally or minion a status card. We're going to use Strength and Field Agent to play Professor X. We're going to use Professor X's ability to confuse Ronan there. X will thwart down Cut the Power. And then the Milano we will exhaust to remove 2 threat from there. Do we hit? I guess we do go ahead and use Pericles to stun Ronan. No, we can just chump block with Professor X. The big sad is when he flips Universal Weapon as his boost card at this point, which would give him. Ronan hurts my head to play. Let's go ahead and Pericles. The other thing is he has so many extra activations in this deck. We might as well just go ahead and give Ronan a stun. And we'll give X a tough. That's going to save us a boost card. That's going to save us if we do flip into like a U stand accused or something like that. And we don't have to use the command ship to stop it. Maria gets 5 cards. We got the hard call. Special funding again. Jeez, let's go. Command team is nice to see. Reinforcements. And a practice plan. Nice. We'll go 2 threat here. Ronan is stunned. And we get 3 encounter cards. First up, Blockbuster. Guard, when Blockbuster attacks, you are an ally you control. We can give him a tough status card, or he gets +2 for the attack. Superior Tactics. Attach the Power Stone to Ronan, and then the Power Stone cannot be unattached from him. That is fine right now. Honestly, we are good. We can go 2 threat there. And then our last card is a Pincer Maneuver. Comes in with 5. We can exhaust the Milano to remove 3 threat from this scheme. Comes in with 5. Alrighty. Not actually too bad. X is going to go away. Cool. Let's throw practice plan onto the table. We'll exhaust the Milano, and Maria will thwart down Pincer Maneuver. Get rid of that. Don't need that in our lives. Special funding will play a command team. So that'll come in with 4 counters. Let's use Maria's ability to flip a counter to the Pericles, and let's go ahead and use the Pericles to stun Blockbuster. And let's give Maria a tough. And then we'll use the hard call to play reinforcements to give Pericles a counter there. And we will flip down to Alter Ego. Stand up. Support staff, nice to see that. Command team. Vroom vroom, the counter engine is running. Here we go. Helicarrier. Target acquired Nice. Okay. The bell and a all points bulletin. Honestly, an all points bulletin at this point, no, it's still not worth it. For some reason, I thought Milano was shield. It's definitely not. So let's go 2 threat here. Ronan is confused. We're scheming for 0. We got 2 encounter cards. The first one being a power siphon. I can exhaust the Milano, spend 2 lightning resource, or discard 1 card at random from the first player's hand. Let's discard a card at random, and hopefully we don't hit target acquired. If we do, that's fine. 3, Helicarrier. That's sad, but we also have our other card in there, which is fine. And then we got Dark Designs. We are going to go ahead and exhaust the Milano, spend a resource, which will be the bell, to cancel that. Because terrifying. Okay. I think at this point we are looking at dropping in target acquired, a support staff. We could exhaust to get something, but I think I need to thwart this. If we went and got something, we could get a field agent, but then, I mean, I'd rather just thwart this for 2 than pull a field agent out. Juan, hello, hello. Hope you're doing well. What are we doing today? Stress? Yeah, we're stress testing. We are absolutely stress testing. Yeah. Let's flip up to Maria. To use a all points bulletin to play a target acquired, we'll use a support or command team to play support staff. At this point, we have everything on the table to cancel a treachery every single round. So that feels pretty good. Let's go ahead and Pericles. Do we want to do this? Yeah, let's go ahead and Pericles. We will stun Ronan and confuse Blockbuster, I guess. And then Maria will go ahead and thwart 2 onto the main. Okay, we'll stand up. Got a global logistics, beautiful. Spycraft, concussive blow, which we only have in there if we flip. Under surveillance, there's the security right there, and another concussive blow. We will add 2. Ronan is stunned. Blockbuster is stunned. We have 2 encounter cards. First one is a master plan. We're going to place 4 threats here. Honestly, that is not too bad. We have the Iliad. We have, this is not actually doing anything bad for us right now, other than giving Ronan a +1/+1. Now, if we flip this, that's a whole nother conversation that we should have. But right now, we are in the state of the game where we can place threat there, not feel too bad. And a Chimera. Okay, so she has patrol, so she has to go. Okay. Patrol means you cannot thwart the main, so we can still Milano to remove some threat from the main. We'll probably do that. Okay. Cool. Let's go ahead and use concussive blow to play an under surveillance onto the main. We will use the Milano to remove 3 threat from the main. And then we will play global logistics. We will exhaust command team to look at the top 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Press conference, exhaustion, single-minded fury, and then bound by business. I hate all of them. Bound by business, discard cards until you get a Marauder minion. We got a press conference. By the way, love the last episode of the podcast, Shadow of the Cast. Oh yeah, that was fun. We got to interview Kayla. I'm glad you were able to listen. Awesome, thanks. Um, I think we do this. I think we look at. Wait, No, Ronan's not going to attack. So I think we look at press conference being. Oh wait, we're going to get two of these though. So we could look at press conference after the player phase ends. Remove one all-purpose counter from each support you control, but we can exhaust our identity uh, to get rid of this card. And I think we're going to be flipping down to alter ego next turn anyways, so let's do that. And then bound by business, it's going to get us another. That's going to get us another Marauder, but I think we just canceled that. So we got that. Okay, it's global logistics. I should have put Sky Destroyer in here, but here we are. We got a support staff, which we'll use to play Spycraft. We'll use Maria's ability to move a counter there. And Maria will go ahead and thwart two here, I guess. Pericles will stun Ronan and the blockbuster giving him a tough status card is not the end of the world because we do have the Bell, which is going to just discard tough status cards, but Bell's currently in our discard pile, so it makes it a little bit harder to. Actually, let's flip down now. Yeah. Okay, so instead we're going to use Pericles to confuse, and then we can confuse Chimera. Yeah, that's way better. Then we can flip down. We'll already be an alter ego to hit the press conference, and we're good there. Okay, sweet. Stand up. We get 6 cards. Nick Fury Sr., nice. Life Model Decoy, huge. Great question about the kid, right? That was so funny. Reinforcements, we should be hitting all of our allies now. All points bulletin, which is going to be nice. Field agent, and a Coulson. We have one, two, I guess we have counterintelligence, which Coulson can go ahead and grab. 4, 6. Let's go ahead and go up to 3. We'll be confused all over the place. We got press conference. We got bound by business. We will Milano and use a. All points bulletin is only hitting for 3 right now, so let's use an all points bulletin to cancel bound by business. Okay. While we're down here, let's go ahead and exhaust to get rid of press conference. We'll flip up to hero form. To use Agent Coulson, Field Agent, Reinforcements, and a support staff to play Nick Fury Sr. After he enters play, choose to either remove 3 threat from a scheme, draw 2 cards, or give a shield character tough status card. We'll draw Monica Chang and a on the double. Nice. Playing Monica would be great, but we can't. Monica on the double will play a life model decoy. So that's another little security net for us. Good morning, Ryan. How's it going? Nick Fury Sr. is going to go ahead and attack for 2 here. He will take a damage. Command team will ready Nick. We'll go ahead and attack for 2 more. I think both of our all points bulletins are in our discard pile right now. We do have some more allies coming out. Yeah, we're just gonna do that so one ally can knock Chimera out. Deal 1 there. Pericles will go ahead and confuse Ronan and stun Blockbuster. But because Nick has to be discarded at the end of the round, we're going to chump block with Nick. And then we have the confused ready to go here. Okay, stand up. Doing good. Still waiting for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but getting more hyped by the day. Do you have a date yet? Oh, snap. The accuser's coming after S.H.I.E.L.D. Yes. Yes, they. Yes, 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 yes. Stood up. We've got a surveillance team on the double, command team, Agent 13, and a Nick Fury. Okay, so Nick is definitely the play here. Cool. I'm going to go up to 5. Ronan's going to attack. We'll block with Nick. It's going to be a whole lot. +1. Nick goes away. Stun. I think the best part of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is Black Widow, Thunderbolts, and Maria Hill. Nice, yeah. I love Thunderbolts. I really like Black Widow as well. All of the designs are really good. All of the designs are just fantastic. And then Chimera will give her a +2. That's going to knock her tough. We got 2 encounter cards. First one is a Harpoon. Okay, we're getting in trouble. We need our Bell. And then we've got a You Stand Accused. We will go ahead and exhaust the Milano. Or do we just proc Life Model Decoy here? I think we cancel it. We can hit. We can still play Nick. Nick can thwart here. Maria can. Yeah, let's go ahead and Nick. And we actually don't have the resources to do that if we wanted to. Let's go ahead and use Life Model Decoy. So Ronan's going to attack us for 4, 5, 6, 7. There goes a Fanaticism, which is great to see. And then we prevent all damage from the attack. Nelson stands accused! I haven't heard anything in Canada yet, but hoping it comes before the terrorist hit. I like MODOK scenario. MODOK is really good. MODOK, I really like MODOK. I still think MODOK is maybe my least favorite in the box, which is saying something because I really like MODOK. I'm wondering if maybe, maybe Baron. I don't know. I don't know why. I'm not the biggest fan of Baron. Okay, so this is annoying. Okay. Okay. So at this point, let's ditch the hand to play Nick Fury. After Nick uses a basic power, we can place an all-purpose counter on a shield support. Maria is going to use her 1 attack to take out Chimera, which opens up the ability for us to thwart the main. Nick Fury will go ahead and thwart the main for 2, taking us down to 3 on the main. We will give the Pericles 1 counter. Nick gets a damage. Okay. Milano will go ahead and remove 3 threat. Pericles will give Nick Fury a tough status card. And Ronan a stun. We do have a preparation. Yeah, so we can get rid of Universal Weapon if we do reveal it. Let's flip down to Alter Ego and stand up. I think this expansion was well designed in terms of heroes and villains in order to enjoy gameplay itself, but lacking a bit in terms of deck building. I think that the heroes. Well, I think Nick has a lot of fun deck building. I think Maria is not as interesting when it comes to deck building, but I think that this expansion has opened up deck building a lot for some older heroes like Black Widow. A lot of the tech stuff with Iron Man. I'm really happy. We got reinforcements, Ironheart, Gambit, Blindfold, Iliad, and Shield Director. That's a pretty banger hand. Go one here, Confuse, Scheme for 0/0. And we got two encounter cards. The first one is a Riptide with Patrol. Okay, so Riptide's got to go. And then we got Evil Alliance. Place 3 pursuit counters on pursued by the past. I'm okay with that. It's not great, but if worse comes to worse, we can cancel the one that actually does bring out our Nemesis minion. And we maintain a lot of flexibility if we don't cancel that card. Okay. Riptide's got to go. We could drop the Iliad, and that I don't know, my friends. I don't know, my friends. So we're looking for surveillance teams, command teams. So we do have a surveillance team in our discard or in our deck, which means that we could go get another card. I am playing standard 3 expert 1, yeah. I think a multiplayer Maria opens up a bit more. Yeah, 100%. Hard to pass up near an auto win with the green carrier and solo. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I don't think we need Maria to do anything, so we're going to exhaust to go get the surveillance team just so we have that extra resource that we can play with. As much as as nice as it would be to get out the Iliad, oh my gosh, Riptide's gonna kill us. I'm a little concerned about this. Actually, I'm very concerned about that. That's our big issue right now. Though if we stay in alter ego, I don't know any reason that we wouldn't stay in alter ego at this point. Because if we flip up, we just get eviscerated by these guys. And if we stay in alter ego, we're only looking at a scheme of 1. We can confuse Ronan with the Pericles. We're going to use Nick to fill that back up. That's what we're going to do. That is what we are going to do. Okay, so let's figure out how we get there. We definitely are going to drop a Shield Director. I think probably a Blindfold if we can. Let's use Surveillance Team, Gambit, play Ironheart. Yeah, yeah. Surveillance, Gambit to play Ironheart. That's going to draw us into a Global Logistics. These are going to get shuffled. We get an encounter card here. We are going to be dealing with a lot of encounter cards. But with Ironheart, and we got that Global Logistics, so we can kind of set what those encounter cards are going to be. So that's going to be nice. Actually, you know what? I probably should have. I'm going to use a Reinforcements instead of Gambit. Because if we do hit something like a Fanaticism, I may want to play Gambit over over the Shield Director or whatever that card is called. Just mainly because at that point we can yeah, because at that point we can steal that card and then not need to worry about it. Next round, I do think we go and grab the Bell, and that's going to clear here. Okay. Let's play Global Logistics. We're going to exhaust Command Team. Look at 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got Vertigo. Drawing near, nowhere is safe, and a rogue vessel. Okay. So Ronan has a scheme of 3. Could give him a +2 to go to 5. That would be very close. I don't like that. Um, what you meant was that there's no cards that can't be replaced with what we have in the current pool. Oh, like bringing new archetypes to the table? Yeah, I think we're gonna get rid of Rogue Vessel. I hate Rogue Vessel. I'm trying to figure out if I save Pericles and just let Ronan scheme. Nowhere is safe brings out our minion, which is not going to happen. Um, though if we use Nowhere is safe, we can actually use the Milano to cancel Nowhere is safe. So that's a safe. That's a safe encounter card. Then if we are gonna grab the Bell and play it, I think we grab Vertigo. So we look at this. We're cancel Nowhere is safe. If we have to cancel this card, if it's like a you stand accused or something like that, then Nowhere is safe will bring out our Nemesis minion, which is controller, but then we'll still use the Bell and hopefully clear everything. So we got that there. Okay. Um, Blindfold and Gambit will play Shield Director. So we can exhaust this to put a all-purpose counter on a shield card. Let's go ahead and give that to the Pericles. Ironheart. Or actually, let's use the Milano to remove the thread here. It gets around the patrol because it's not a thwart. Nick will go ahead and knock 2 damage here. Then he's going to put a counter onto the Pericles. Just want to get that so we don't lose it. I hate Rogue Vessel. It's so annoying, right? That knocks the tough. Pericles we will use to go ahead and confuse Ronan. This is going to go to 2, 3. We'll give Nick a tough. When it was announced, I thought it was going to make the shield archetype more strong, but they reprinted the same cards that we already have. I mean, like we got a lot of other shield stuff too. We got like a lot of allies. We got some like the big helicarriers. It's not as much like we didn't get like many event cards and stuff that deal with the shield stuff. But I guess we got Leo and Gemma. Those aren't really shield cards though. But I feel like Gemma really helps Black Widow. We got more prep cards, which are really cool. Which kind of they're not shield traded, but they feel like shield cards. But yeah, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Next round, we're going to get the Bell, which will clear out all of these guys. Actually, Nick is going to deal 2 damage here. Ironheart is going to deal 1 damage here because then the Bell will take out both of them. Okay. Do we hold on to the Iliad? We don't have that. We're down a resource. We do have Spycraft. We could use Spycraft for Nowhere is safe. Or do we just eat the Nemesis minion right now? That's not horrible. If we eat the Nemesis minion, we could take out the controller fairly quickly. I think we're in a spot where if we can tutor Bell, we're good. Ronan Maria bringing her Helicarrier. Do you think she could be OP? I'm kind of thinking right now that she is 4th best hero in the game, behind Spider Ham. So Strange, Deadpool, Spider Ham, the other one, Maria. That's where I'm kind of landing. I think we're gonna hang on to the Iliad. I think there's no reason to not hang on to the Iliad. It gives us flexibility. And worst case scenario, if we do get the bell stolen by the controller, then we have the Iliad to play. So let's hang on to the Iliad and let's stand up. Okay. We've got command team on the double. Beautiful. The bell, there it is. Okay. Strength. Oh, I'm so happy we drew a double there. And a Professor X. Don't think X is worth playing here, but I do think that. Oh, that's so nice. Okay, let's go 2 threat here. Confuse 001. So that's going to take us up to 3. We got 3 cards. The big question mark is this first card. The first card is Surge. Give Ronan a tough status card. If he already has a tough status card, take a damage. Alrighty. So we take a damage. Surges into a Sinister Strike. I think we cancel this one. So place a pursuit counter, which would bring out our Nemesis minion. Then nowhere but safe is going to require us to discard a card. And so I think we cancel this one and then pull Nemesis out here and then grab Vertigo. But if we cancel the Sinister Strike, what if we just Spycraft? No, because it's going to surge. Let me do some math. Okay, so strength 3, 4, 5. Support staff is 6 for the bell. So yeah, we'll exhaust Milano. Toss Professor X to cancel this card. Ronan versus Maria Hill. Heck yeah. Fought Venom Goblin on Expert with Spider-Ham and Domino. And funny enough, based on my experience, Domino is better than Spider-Ham. Interesting. I don't know why ever is my number 1 hero. Do you think Maria would be as powerful? No, absolutely not. No, the Pericles, I think, is what makes Maria Hill powerful. That being said, she can take it in any deck build. So I think you have to kind of consider that part of her power. We got Nowhere is Safe, which we'll place 1 here. Which will clear. We get the Controller. We got Army of the Controlled. Oh, there's a Magneto card. And then Controlled Innocence. And these get shuffled in. Have you tried her without Pericles yet? No. I've gone the route of going to Ronan's, Magneto's, the harder stuff. In true solo, I do think Pericles is better than our own Helicarrier. And we got Vertigo. Yes. Ooh, we do have an on the double there. Sweet. 3 missile counters. Nice. Excellent. Okay. Perfect. That's an issue. But don't worry, we've got solutions. Okay. Pericles is definitely most powerful in solo. It loses a lot in multiplayer. Iliad is great. Yes. Yeah. I built a Cersei Mass Attack deck because Mass Attack doesn't exhaust a hero. Oh. Pericles is definitely the base of her power. Yeah. Yeah. She's very good. Pericles is very good, I should say. Let's use Maria. We'll go ahead and exhaust Maria. Just search the encounter deck for a shield support, which will be a surveillance team, just because those are, we can grab those from our discard pile whenever we play a Monica. Maria Hill, I think she's 4th. I think she is the 4th best hero in the game. That's where I'm landing with it, at least. Okay. Let's use Shield Director to give support staff a counter. Let's use Strength, Surveillance team, that's 3, 4, 5, 6 to play the bell. It's going to come in with 3 counters. We can exhaust, remove a missile counter, choose a player, deal 3 damage to the villain and each minion engaged with that player. Let's do that. We remove all tough status cards first. So we'll hit Ronan for 1, 2, 3. Take out Riptide, take out Harpoon, go 3 and 3. But guess what? We're just going to do it again because we have on the double to ready the bell. We'll use this again to deal 3, 1, 2, 3, and then clear here. Okay. That felt good. Okay. Maria will flip up to hero form. Nick Fury will go ahead and thwart 2 off of Army of the Controlled. And then Ironheart will take it out. Now let's just leave Ironheart. So we will thwart that down to 1. Now, let's take this down to 1 and leave this at 3. Pericles will give Nick a tough and Ronan a confuse. Bell discards. Yeah, Ronan was tough, but the Bell discards all tough status cards before you hit the enemies. So, yeah. If you were not to play the Pericles, how would you change the deck? Not too much. I guess I would probably go Cersei, maybe, instead of Pericles. I don't think I would be fighting Expert Ronan. Right? Like I think it's just so. Oh, when Nick, we'll go 1 on the support staff here. But like, yeah, Pericles is her power in true solo. I want to impress with the Bell, but that move. Oh, yeah, no, the Bell is the sleeper of the helicarriers. I think when it was announced, I was not super excited for the Bell. We got global logistics, reinforcements, but now that it's here, ooh, insane. Command team, field agent, and a agent 13. All right, we're adding 3 threat here, so we'll take this up to 4. Ronan stunned. Got 2 encounter cards. First one is a you stand accused. He's going to attack you with +1 attack. We'll just take it. Let's let Ironheart block, and that's why we left Ironheart around. He's going to attack for 5, 6. It's going to knock Ironheart into the Shadow Realm. And then we've got a Grey Crow. Retaliate 1. That's fine. Okay. That was a good encounter phase for us. That was a really good encounter phase for us. It would be nice to play Agent 13. I think at this point we are still kind of building. So let's continue to build. No, it was a Yu-Gi-Oh reference. I haven't watched Invincible. Is it worth it? Let's use Agent 13 to play Field Agent. That's going to come in with 3 counters. We got 1, 2, 4. So let's go ahead and get a command team out there as well. We'll use support staff. Oh, do I want to use Milano? Yeah, let's use Milano. To play a command team. It's going to come in with 3 counters. I don't know why I thought I could do this. I guess I can reinforcements. I can flip down. Oh yeah, I'll just flip down and then tutor a surveillance team, reinforcements. We got global. We're good. Invincible is awesome. Very good. It is excellent superhero show. Okay. Yeah, I watched the what is out for the boys. I really enjoyed it. I'm not worried about Power Stone, so all my helicarriers can just crush you into dust. Exactly, right? Invincible is a good show if you don't mind gore and some darker themes. I don't. I don't. Um, Sweet. Let's use Nick. We'll go ahead and thwart 2 here. Take that down to 2. When Nick thwarts, we will add a counter to Pericles. The nice thing here is that we are looking really nice for an all points bulletin because we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 now. So we're over curve on the all points bulletin, and we're just gonna ramp from there. But I'm looking at like I don't need to thwart here. Army of the Controlled we can probably just clear with an all points bulletin. Grey Crow we can clear with an all points bulletin, or the Bell, right? If you like the boys, you'll probably like Invincible. Sick, nice. Suggest watching the first episode of Invincible if you're hooked by the end of the episode. Oh, if you're not hooked, okay. Yeah, right now I'm watching Fargo. I've never seen Fargo, and so I'm watching Fargo. I've heard the first season is kind of the core of what you want to be watching, and so I'm in the middle of Fargo. I'm enjoying Fargo a lot actually. Let's use this command team to go ahead and ready Nick. Pericles will go ahead and let's give Maria a tough status card. No, we have all those ping damage. It is time to hydrate. Thank you, Trap It. Let's go ahead and just stun Ronan. Nick a tough. I'm going to use Maria's ability to move this over to support staff. Shield Director will give Pericles something. Nick will go ahead and thwart 2 off of here and give a counter to the Bell. Got that. Cool. Maria will flip down. We'll exhaust to go find a surveillance team. Fargo is on my list. Are you fighting against the Mutant Slayer? Yeah, I swapped Mutant Slayer for Kree Fanatics just because I think I like Mutant Slayers more. And they also kind of have the same, like, their guards and patrols, beefy minions. I don't know. I just don't like Kree Fanatic. Surveillance team will play reinforcements. So we will add a counter to a total cost of 6. So we've got 2, 4, 5, 6. Just like that. Let's go ahead and play Global Logistics. We will exhaust a field agent. Look at the top 4 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. Single-Minded Fury. He attacks the player. Could gain Surge. We got Dark Designs, Arclight, and Diabolical Disc. We are not finding that universal weapon. So Dark Designs, probably not worth. Okay, so we're going to be looking at 3 threat, 4 threat out of 11. If he schemes with a Dark Designs, that's going to be 7 threat. No, we're not. We can take an Arclight, though. Arclight is fine. Because we can just Bell and clear them. Yeah. We're going to put Arclight, and then we're going to roll the dice on the second one, because all the other ones surge. But we do have Milano and support staffs and everything to save. At this point, we're not going, knowing that we have Arclight coming, we're not going to hit Grey Crow with a Bell. We cannot take out Grey Crow right now, so we might as well just deal more damage when he does come in. And feeling good. I will never play Maria without field agents. Yes, I think field agents are very, very good. They're just the turbocharge. I need a damage here. No, I knocked the tough. Pericles gave him another tough, which got knocked. Yeah, no. The field agent's such a quick ramp. Concussive blow, special funding, surveillance team, Nick Fury Senior, field agent, and a genius. Alrighty. I had 3 threats here. We're confused. 4 threats. We've got Arclight, and you stand accused. So let's go ahead and Milano support staff to cancel this treachery. He's sitting at 12. Feeling pretty good there. Okay. Okay. Nick, I think, only should have 1 damage. I think I flipped it, but then I realized that I had given him what he needed. Okay. What are we looking to do here? We want to hit the bell, which is not going to take out either Greycrow or Arclight, so that's a little annoying. But we could use Nick to take out Greycrow. So that's fine. We could drop a Nick Fury Senior, which could draw some cards. Maria could take out Greycrow if she just basic attacks Greycrow, and then Nick can take out Arclight. It's not too bad, actually. We haven't seen a fanaticism or a universal weapon with any of our scrying that we're doing, which is hilarious. Do we want to grab somebody else? I think we're gonna get a Nick. If we get a Nick, we actually don't have to take out Arclight, but if we get a Nick, we might as well take out Arclight. So Nick would draw us 2 cards. Yeah, I think we go field agent. Nick draws us 2 cards, which can play the surveillance team or an all points bulletin. So this is what we're gonna do. We are gonna go ahead and use Genius, Concussive Blow, and a surveillance team to play Nick Fury Senior. We are going to choose to draw. We could remove 3 threat. I think that's actually not a awful idea. Talking about the podcast, if you had the possibility to go back and redesign heroes or villains, which one would you change? Me? Ooh. I mean, I think Hulk's the I think Hulk's the answer. Um Probably, yeah. I like how this box made underused cards more relevant. Yeah. I feel like Tony's really good at that. We're gonna draw 2 cards just because I don't have any cards in my hand to do anything with. Energy, good, and a life model decoy. Sick. Okay. So we'll use a energy to play a life model decoy. We'll use a special funding to play a field agent, which will come in with 4 counters now. Okay. Maria will flip up to hero form. We will use the bell to deal 3 damage to everyone. 1, 2, 3. Nick Fury will go ahead and we'll use Nick Fury Senior to take out Arclight. Maria will go ahead and take out Greycrow. So those clear. Pericles will go ahead and confuse Ronan. Give Nick Fury a tough status card. Nick Fury will then go ahead and thwart 2 here, which will knock off his tough. And the response will be to add a counter to Pericles. Shield Director will add a counter to the Bell. Maria will move one of these counters over to the Pericles. We will use Command Team to ready Nick Fury Sr. and have Nick Fury Sr. go ahead and thwart 2 here. Take that down. Sick. Alrighty, let's stand up. Got the hard call, reinforcements, reinforcements. Give me an APB. Monica is pretty good. Concussive blow. Alrighty. So we got 3 threat here on the main. Ronan is stunned. We've got 2 cards. The first one is a diabolical disc. This surges, remove an all-purpose counter from a support, and we put the top card of our deck into play as a controlled innocence. We're going to remove one from field agent. And then that's a minion. That surges into Under Fire, which is going to surge, and when revealed, reveal the top card of the encounter deck. That's bad. That is not good. We'll take it. We got Bound by Business, discard cards until we get a Marauder. That's not bad at all, actually. There's the Universal Weapon. That's huge to see. We're going to hit a Fanaticism. Okay, so no Marauder, but we do deck out, so we get a Acceleration token. So that means one of these is a Fanaticism, which we will then use for a Spycraft. Actually, we may have... Have you achieved your 20 damage all-point bulletin yet? No, I haven't. But I'm hoping that... We may see it. We may see it. Because Ronan's going to come in with 25 health. We're going to have to probably get Agent 13 and the Iliad on the table to clear that down. Well, the Helicarrier is almost out of gas. No worries. Just grind up a bit. That's really funny. Okay. Next up, we've got a Hull Breach. You can exhaust Milano, deal 3 damage to the first player, spend 2 mental resources. We'll exhaust the Milano. And we got Fanaticism, which we will use Spycraft. When you reveal an encounter card, discard Spycraft, cancel the effects of that card and discard it, then reveal another card from the encounter deck. Okay. So this will go here. We'll use Practice Plan to pull Spycraft back to our hand. Then our new encounter card is a Diabolical Disc. Remove an all-purpose counter. Jeez. Take this down to 2. Put one of these here, and then we will surge into a Power Siphon. Spend... We just resolved so many encounter cards. Like, that was insane. So we can exhaust a Milano, which we cannot do. Spend 2 lightning resources or discard a card at random from the first player's hand. So we don't have the lightning resources, so let's discard a card at random. 2, 4, 6. Come on, no whammies. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just the hard call. That's actually kind of fine. I'm okay with that. I think... No, this just... Oh, yeah. Look at that. Now I can clear it. Yeah, good call. Heck yeah. Nick goes away to do Gandalf things. But now we can clear out Army of the Controlled and then get some more all-purpose counters. Nice call, Trap It. I love it. I love it. Nice. That's fun. Okay. Let's do a concussive... We're getting Spycraft back on the table. Regardless. Let's go Pericles. We'll stun Ronan. Tough status card on Nick. We got Concussive Blow, Reinforcements, and a Reinforcements. I would like to use these, but I think it's more important to get Monica out. When Monica enters play, we're going to go find a Surveillance team, put it into play, and then add a counter to each Surveillance team. So that's going to go up to 4 counters. Then Monica and Nick will go ahead and take out Army of the Controlled. We'll discard both of these. Oh, there's my 2 all-points bulletins. Sad. Okay. So we get to add 2 counters to among our things. Actually, 3 because of Nick's activation. So let's go 1, 2, 3. Shield Director will add 1 to support staff. Support staff will use that counter to put Spycraft back onto the table. Next turn, we got 2, 4, 6. I think we flip down here, mainly so that we can deck out, which means that we can get our Iliad back in. Which villain do you prefer, Venom Goblin or Ronan? Venom Goblin. Venom Goblin, yeah. Monica gets a damage. Maria will go ahead and thwart this down to 1. That's going to go up to 4. We should be fine. We do have Spycraft. So let's flip down and stand up. We're going to be resolving 3 encounter cards. But it is what it is. We get our cards and a card. So we've got Field Agent, Special Funding, Agent Coulson on the double, Counterintelligence, and a Helicarrier. Which of the next 2 heroes are you looking forward to the most? Ooh, probably Silk. I like Web Warriors. I like the manipulation. I'm looking forward to both of them a lot, to be honest with you. I think both of them look really, really fun. But Silk is gonna be cool. I mean, I'm hoping that we get an announcement tomorrow. That'd be a lot of fun. Okay, let's go up to 4 here. Ronan's confused. And we've got our assembly line of encounter cards. Arclight, that's fine. Grey Crow, that is fine. And Vertigo, honestly, love it. The bell is awesome. Silk has a must-have for you, definitely. Nice, yeah. Yeah, she looks like a ton of fun. Maria will go ahead and exhaust. We'll go find the Iliad. So that's going to go into play. Sure, you can pass? That's fair. Okay. We've got... Okay. Milano support staff, that's 2. Special funding is 3. 4. 5. We'll play the Iliad. That's going to come in with 4 counters because of special funding. We can exhaust this to deal 5 damage to an enemy, remove 4 threat from a scheme, or heal 3 damage from an identity, which is going to be beautiful. Okay. Counterintelligence will play a field agent. Get that 3rd field agent onto the table. I'm going to flip up to Maria. Let's go ahead and use a bell. Deal 3 damage, 3 damage, 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. We'll use Pericles to go ahead and confuse here and give Nick a tough status card. Nick will go ahead and use his attack to take out Arclight and give a counter to the Iliad. I think we're just kind of loading up the Iliad now. Actually, let's do it on support staff. Monica will take herself out to take out Vertigo. Shield Director will go ahead and give something to the Iliad here. The Iliad will clear the main down to 0. We may hang on to Coulson. I think we'll hang on to Coulson because I want Practice Plan or whatever that card is back so that we can recycle either of these whenever we need to use them. Maria Hill builds like crazy. Yeah, she does. She really does. So we'll hang on to Coulson. We'll stand up. We've got Coulson, Surveillance Team, Professor X, Practice Plant. Nice. Okay. And an all points bulletin. It's working. Pure curiosity. Who is the hero you think you play the least and the most? Ooh. Most all time is probably Quicksilver. Hero I played the least is probably been Deadpool. I think Deadpool. I think I kind of played Deadpool and I was like, okay. Sure, he will be good, but I'm more looking forward to the new Tech and Shield cards as well as yeah, more Thunderbolts. I'm really excited for. Ronan is stunned. We've got 2 encounter cards. The first one being Mutant Slayers. Each Marauder gains Quick Strike. Mutant, X Factor, X Force, or X Men, which is none, so that comes in with 3. Then our next card is a Single Minded Fury. If no attack was made this way, this card gains Surge. Into a Blindside, we can exhaust the Milano. Beautiful. Beautiful. Alrighty. Sweet. Play Practice Plan. We need Agent 13. Agent 13 is kind of the last piece. Never unexhausted that. Let's exhaust and give that to Iliad. Agent 13 is kind of the last piece of this puzzle because once we have Agent 13, we can use her to ready the Iliad. And with 2 command teams, that means that we get 3 activations of the Iliad, which is 15 damage, meaning that we can just kind of clear Ronan and be pretty okay with that. Yeah, so I think we're just kind of waiting for, and then we have APBs. So I'm not going to push Ronan quite yet, but I think we can just kind of get ready for that push because once we see Agent 13, we'll be good. So let's use a support staff here, Surveillance Team and Professor X to play Coulson. What am I doing? Why would I want to play Coulson? Coulson gets us. The only thing that Coulson can get us is a counterintelligence, and I can't pay for a counterintelligence. So let's play Professor X, I guess. Ready an X-Men character, give a X doesn't do anything either. Okay. So let's hang on to let's hang on to Professor X and let's use those. Let's actually just not use support staff. Let's use Surveillance Team and Coulson to play all points bulletin. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there's 7, 10. Just like that. How many games are you gonna try and get in today? I don't know. I'm gonna play a Nick game as well. Well, Superior Tactics is a no. Superior Tactics only procs when you move to the second stage there. We'll move a counter from the Surveillance Team to the Iliad. Iliad will just go ahead and bombard Ronan for 5, take him down to 1, just get him ready to push. We can use, I guess we don't use Nick for anything. Go ahead and use Pericles to stun and tough. We'll flip down and we will heal for 1, 2, 3. We're gonna toss X. Mainly, we just want to see Maria. Or I'm sorry, Agent 13. Stand up. We could also tutor a command team next round, just to kind of help with that reading and going. Nick versus Red Skull. That could be fun. Yeah, I've seen some builds that are Nick with taunt that I want to try. Good morning. Probably won't be here too long. Had to pop in and say hi to Maria. Hey, we got global logistics, APB, beautiful concussive blow, blindfold. That's 3 reinforcements and a genius. We may just APB and just zoom. See what happens. We'll go 3 here. Ronan is confused. We got 2 encounter cards. The first one is a blockbuster. It's fine. And a cannonade. Comes in with 4. That's fine too. Alrighty. What do we do? What do we do? What is the goal here? Ronan's gonna come in with 25 hit points. What happens when he? I don't remember. He comes in with Retaliate 1, Toughness, searching encounter deck for superior tactics and reveal. Oh, you do grab it. Oh, dang it. Okay, never mind. When Ronan the Accuser activates against you. Okay, so it's actually not that bad. I don't know. Yeah, I shouldn't have cleared superior tactics, but here we are. No surges? Is this even Ronan? I think we used up all of our surges a couple of rounds ago when we hit. I don't even remember. It was a stupid amount of surges. An unpleasant amount of surges. All right. Do we want Maria to do anything? What we're probably going to do is play an all points bulletin for 10. We'll go 3, 4, 8, clear here. But then we can use or 2, 6, 7, clear. Then we can use a bell next turn to knock the tough off Ronan when he does flip into his second stage and clear Blockbuster. So we're going to be playing an all points bulletin. That's going to knock us into the second stage. The bell will clear Blockbuster and Ronan. We have a global logistics that we will play, and then we can hit a blindfold. Actually, we'll probably hit no, we'll hit a blindfold. There's no reason to not hit blindfold here. And we have all of the money to do so. We actually have more money than we need. We have the field agents on the table. So I don't even know what to do. Team, this is a situation I am unfamiliar with, is not necessarily knowing what to do with all my resources against Ronan. Yeah, okay. Let's flip up to Maria Hill. We will use a genius to play an all points bulletin to deal, I think it's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 10 things. We're going to do 2 damage here. We're going to do 1 damage to Ronan. It comes in, the superior tactics comes in. When Ronan the Accuser activates against you, yep. Superior tactics comes in. He does have the Power Stone, so that comes in with an additional threat. Power Stone cannot be removed from Ronan. He gets toughness. We've used 3. 7. That'll clear Cannonade. 3 will clear the main. And that's the all points bulletin. But now we can use the bell to deal 3 damage here. 3 damage to Ronan, knocking the tough off before we deal the damage. So that's going to take him to 22 health. Let me reset that. Okay. Milano will play reinforcements. We'll add some counters. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. I messed that up. That's fine though. Iliad will deal 5 damage to Ronan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's play Global Logistics. We will exhaust this field agent. Speaking of this field agent, we're going to move a counter over to, let's go to Pericles. Search the top 4. I really hope this ends with Maria just punching Ronan in the face for the final blow. That would be amazing. Got pincer maneuver. I'm okay with that. Yeah, those are perfectly fine for me. Okay. Both of these cards I'm probably pitching. I don't need them. Nick will go ahead and attack Ronan for 1-2. Retaliate will knock the tough, and then I'm going to interrupt here to prevent the consequential damage. This consequential damage is the last thing to happen in the sequence. Pericles. Why is Pericles exhausted? Pericles I will use to confuse Ronan and give Nick a tough. Shield Director will give Iliad another counter. I could command team and ready. I don't. He's at 15. We'll toss these. Maria. Maria will deal the damage to Ronan. And she'll take a damage. 1 for 1. We'll stand up. If we get Agent 13, we win the game. Gambit, Reinforcements, Command Team, Nick Fury Sr., and a Agent 13. That is lethal. We'll go ahead and add 3. We are stunned. Got pincer maneuver, special delivery. We will exhaust the Milano so he does not attack. Comes in with 5. We've got all of these to play Agent 13. Iliad will go ahead and deal 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We will thwart 2 here. Take this down to 3. Which will ready the Iliad. We'll use the Iliad again to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Takes it down to 4. Command team will ready Agent 13. We'll thwart here. Then the Iliad will do 1, 2, 3. No, okay, hold on. Before we do, we're not going to ready the Iliad. We're actually going to, with 4, we're going to use the bell to deal 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. And then Maria will punch Ronan in the face for the lethal. That actually went a lot smoother than I thought. Now, we had a very, very good start. But to be fair, Strange also needs a fairly good start for Expert Ronan. Right? I mean, like, this is her best deck. I think yellow helps with Ronan a lot. I don't think that is any different for Strange. Right? I don't necessarily think that Strange has any. I think Strange is better than Maria. But I think all the same issues and everything that went right for Maria in this game are the same things that need to go right for Strange to have a good game against Expert Ronan. But I mean, honestly, maybe right there at the beginning, it was a little tense, but she ramped and we were fine. We were just fine. Now try a hard villain. No, but I want to keep my win streak. I'm at a win streak of 1. that was something. That was I feel like I had a better time against Expert Ronan than I did Magneto, which makes sense for how Maria plays, right? Maria can stun Ronan on turn 1. She cannot stun Magneto on turn 1. And so where Strange is a little bit better is Strange can hit a stun or a confuse and play an ally on turn 1. So that Now the stars have to align, but you're spending effectively the same amount of resources. But then you have a block and a stun, and so Strange can ramp a little bit faster. I do think that Maria's end game is better than Strange's, but Strange ramps faster, which is where the power needs to come from. That being said, I do think that yeah, she's in what we would call that top tier. The top five is I think what I have it on my tier list as, and those honestly I could probably rename that to top five, which is kind of what it is. I think at this point those are just game breaking heroes. Those heroes break the game in a way that other heroes don't. Maria does that with Pericles. Strange does that with Invocation. Spider Ham does that by being Spider Ham. Uh, Deadpool wins. Maria might struggle more against Thanos. I don't think so. I don't think that she would have that because she can just give herself a tough status card. So instead of using Pericles to stun or confuse, you just give Maria a tough status card and you hang out in hero form. If he does scheme, then yeah, like you don't have the confuse. You don't have the safety net of the confuse with Thanos, but he also like his threshold is 12, and if you're just hanging out in hero form, which I think you can just by recurring toughs, Thanos, given his setup or his recommended modular sets, only has 2 minions in the deck, and so you're not really ever concerned about hitting a minion. And when you do, you can just Iliad him away, which opens up. You don't need to use the bell, and if you're not using the bell, then you can pull in med teams. Probably, I think I would probably go med teams, and then your APBs can just kill Thanos. I think her biggest issue would be against Venom Goblin. Actually, I thought it was going to be Ronan because I really thought that she was going to struggle when things hit the ground running. But I think she struggles when there's steady or stalwart, and Venom Goblin has steady starting out, and you can't get rid of it. So I think Venom Goblin may be her worst matchup. That being said, she has the yellow helicarrier, which can trivialize the Venom Goblin scenario. Um, Yeah, I mean she's really good. She's really good, and I think it comes down to how do you evaluate heroes' power based on the 60 villains we have in the game now, and there's so much overlap when it comes to like power level. Basically, she breaks the game. She's the top five hero. In true solo, I think she gets a little bit more interesting. Her power level goes down a little bit in multiplayer. She's still very, very good in multiplayer, and I think that she can be a little bit more fun in multiplayer. But in true solo, she GG's. Like she is just so good. Sick. Alrighty, let's try a Nick Fury deck. I haven't built the deck, so we're gonna build that deck together. But I've seen some suggestions to run Nick with Taunt because you get to instead have the villain scheme against you, and then you use that to steal and draw some cards. So you're getting a lot of resources when you use Taunt. Um, you don't really have to worry about dying. So we talked about Red Skull. We could do Red Skull. I'm okay doing Red Skull. Let's do a Red Skull taunt. Probably repurpose game with Nick. Actually, Loki would probably be worth. Randomly switching into Stalwart and Piercing makes it hard to plant. That's true. That's true. Hmm. Yeah. Maria isn't too powerful. Maria Helicarrier Broodmother. Yeah. Maria, the fact that Maria can fly like 12 ships at a time makes her OP. I do like how they have an ally limit, but not a vehicle limit, right? Like I'm flying right now a Milano, a Pericles, two command teams, the Bell. I'm flying the Iliad, uh, but I only have the mental capacity to manage 3 people at a time. But 7 helicarriers, we got this. We are cooking. That's really funny. All right, I'm gonna go. Oh, we even had a life model decoy. I mean, like we were good. Her best is uh justice. Her best is justice. Justice with her is really good. She can ramp so fast. Then probably leadership. Protection, aggression? I don't know what protection and aggression really bring to the table that leadership and justice don't. Like, right? Like leadership, you have Triskelion, you have Agents of Shield, the team up card. Those are really good. Aggression and protection, I think, are fairly interchangeable. The only thing that bumps protection above aggression is med teams, because you don't have to use one of your off aspects to bring in med teams. Med teams are way better than tag teams. I've been playing Earthborn. Oh, nice. Yeah. Favorite card game ever. Sick. It's so good. It's so pretty. I need to break Earthborn back out. I have it right there. It's very pretty. Okay, I said I was going to go away and clean up. So I'm actually going to do that. I'll see y'all soon.